Hello everyone and welcome back to Navis Nobilite. In this tutorial video we're going to go over one of the singularly most irritating elements of the game that no one has actually ever been really able to fix, and it's probably, at least in my opinion, one of the greatest hamstrings of the game. And that is about turret suppression. Well, normally when you attack an enemy ship with bombers, you reduce the attack run roll by the remaining turrets on the ship you're attacking. So if you're attacking a ship with 2 turrets and you do an attack run with bombers, you roll d6 minus 2. Now, what you can do is add in a fighter to the ordnance wing that is attacking an enemy ship. And for each fighter in that wave, it adds +1 attack to the total attack run of the wave. So I'm going to go over this rule here in detail and try to hopefully demystify this for everyone. Turret suppression. In effect, your fighters are going in, distracting and attacking the enemy's turrets, hopefully opening up a window for bombers to make a successful attack. Each fighter in a wave of bombers actually attacking a ship will add +1 attack to the total attack run of the wave, regardless of whether they are shot down by turrets or not. The maximum number of bonus attacks that can be added in this way cannot exceed the number of surviving bombers in the wave. So if you have, say, a wave of 8 attack craft, and 2 of them are fighters, that means you have 6 bombers. Ultimately, that means you can only make sure that you add 2 attacks to the wave, but your maximum would theoretically be 6 if you wanted to really divide up your attack craft in that way. There must be at least 1 surviving bomber in the wave after the turret fire to gain these bonus attacks, and fighters removed that are removed before any other type of ordnance. Fighters that are never made it because they were intercepted by defending fighters, even those on CAP, do not add to this suppression bonus. Here are some examples, and I'm going to actually read over these to hopefully, again, help demystify things. An Emperor battleship foolishly launches a single wave of 3 bombers and 5 fighters against a Devastation cruiser with 3 turrets and no combat air patrol. The Devastation's turrets roll a 4, 5, and 6 to knock down 3 fighters. The 3 bombers now each roll 1d6 minus 3, minimum 0, attacks regardless of whether or not any of the fighters survived against the turrets. Now, only 3 of the 5 fighters that escorted the bombers provide an additional +1 attack because there are only 3 bombers in the wave for a single total addition of 3 attacks. This is not very well written, as you can see. What this is effectively saying, because they don't actually give you the rolls what they got, is no matter what the roll is in the end, you will get 3 attacks plus anything above that, anything else that you roll that is above a 3. So if you rolled, say, a 4, a 5, and a 2, well, that'd be 3 attacks, because 1 from the roll of the 4 and 2 from the roll of the 5, and then the additional 3 on top of it. Okay, for a total of 6 attacks on the enemy ship. Let's look at this other example. An Emperor battleship launches a single wave of 4 bombers and 4 fighters against a Devastation cruiser with 3 turrets and no cap. The Devastation turret rolls 4, 5, or 6 to knock down the 3 fighters. The 4 bombers now roll each 1d6 minus 3, minimum 0 attacks, regardless of whether or not any of the fighters survived. Now, all 4 of the fighters that escorted the bomber provide an additional +1 attack because there are 4 bombers in the wave for a single addition of +4 attacks. That's a little bit easier to understand. But ultimately, what it means is if you have fighters left over, each one gives you 1 bonus attack on top of anything that you roll. I hope that has demystified this a little bit, but as you can see, this really could use for some rewriting. One way or another, I hope this has been helpful. I'll see you all again in the next video.